It's almost hard to believe that after a half a decade went by without Guardians of the Galaxy getting the third film treatment, it's almost here. Certainly, there's been a lot of teases on what comes next, specifically in relation to the team of the Guardians of the Galaxy and what happens with the team moving forward. Well, the good news is, we're not ending the series with the third entry, as Marvel Studios is looking to continue the Guardians of the Galaxy brand for the foreseeable future. So if you've ever picked up a Guardians of the Galaxy comic, you know that the team is constantly evolving. It's like the Avengers when Bendis wrote it. Pretty much everybody at this point can become an honorary Guardian or a Guardian member if they just want to. It's just like Bendis' Avengers. Like, you get to be an Avenger, you get to be an Avenger, you get to be a Guardian, you get to be a Guardian. And it makes sense because the team has been evolving ever since their first original inception. So looking at the future, recently in interviews, it's been heavily hinted that despite this being James Gunn's last entry with the Guardians franchise because he's got commitments elsewhere, this isn't the end of the story. And the surviving members and new members will in fact form a brand new team in the MCU. Now again, this makes sense. We look at the Guardians of the Galaxy in the third film, they now own nowhere, which is a refuge. They also are a team that's more well-known and renowned in the galaxy than ever before. And we've already seen, with Volume 1 and Volume 2, them continue to add new members. We even saw in the holiday special, they legit have a completely different team than what we saw in the first film. So again, it's constantly evolving and growing, and it makes sense that this franchise is not ending with a third one. I think what we're going to get is that quick break, where they take a couple extra years, they show up in some crossover stuff, and then once we're out of the whole Secret Wars thing, then we get back to the Guardians. And that way, you can cross them over with Eternals. You also got Silver Surfer, Galactus, Fantastic Four, Annihilus. You got all these other things that the new iteration of the Guardians can deal with and truly continue to exist. So, in essence, it's the next franchise to live on past the trilogy, and it makes a lot of sense because Marvel realizes that there are established franchises that if you just keep them going and evolve them, and introduce new characters and set them up for a prime position down the road, people will grow to love them. Again, when Mantis was introduced in Guardians 2, a lot of people were like, yeah, okay, Mantis, whoever. The holiday special, people now love her, and they're genuinely super excited to see her in the next film. So having her be a mainstay going forward, or characters like her, like Adam Warlock, for example, I mean, it all makes sense. So yeah, the cosmic side of the MCU will continue to live on with Guardians because, surprise, surprise, the Guardians was our first expansion into the cosmic side of the MCU.